everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is me, Nicky Sinha, and today's topic of discussion is something very interesting and something very important that you must understand, particularly if you have to understand the Vedic and the later Vedic age. So the topic that we will be discussing today is Varnashram. So here we will be discussing about two things actually. We would be discussing about the Varna system, all right, and we would be discussing about the various ashrams that an individual's life could be divided into. So first of all, let's take a look, let's try to understand what this word actually means. Okay. So, if you look at the word Varn, the Sanskrit word Varn, it actually means color, okay? And it suggests the origin of four classes, which is the priest, Brahman, warriors, the Kshatriyas, peasants, Vaishyas, and serf, the Shudras, right? So, this is what the origin of the word or the literal meaning of the term is what? It is color, and it indicates the beginning of four classes, you can say, or one system in our society, which was of Brahmins, Vaishya, Kshatriya, and Shudra, right? Now, here we also have to talk about the four ashrams. So, as I told you in the beginning only, we will be discussing two important concepts here, the Varna system and the ashram system. So, what is an ashram system? Let's try to understand that. Okay. So, ashram or asram is the stage of life. Okay. So, what does the word mean? It means the stage of life. So, guys, you all know that every individual goes through different stages in their lives. There's a time of childhood, of being a student, of studying. Then there's a time of getting married, having children, having your own family. Then there's a time where you should be focusing only on God and your nirvana, right? So, according to our scriptures, the life of an individual, it can be any individual, you, me, all of us, our lives have been divided into four ashrams. And what are those ashrams? Let's take a look at that. The first ashram that we have is of the Brahmacharya. So, Brahmacharya is the childhood where the focus is only on getting an education, right? So, here, the Brahmacharya is marked with the investiture of the sacred thread, leading a celibate and austere life as a student at home of his teacher. Next, having mastered the Vedas, he returned to his parental home and was married. So, what are the aspects of the Brahmacharya? First of all, the mark or the beginning of Brahmacharya is marked with what? It is marked with the sacred thread ceremony, also known as the Janeu ceremony, right? So, you wear the Janeu and you have been marked as the beginning of the phase of Brahmacharya. What do you have to do here? You have to wear the sacred thread. You have to lead a celibate and austere life. You have to live in the house of your teacher, learn the scriptures and get an education. And once you have mastered the art of the Vedas, you are to return to your parental home and then you are to be married. And this marks the beginning of second phase of life, which is your Grihasth Ashram. All right. So, what is this Grihasth Ashram? Grihasth Ashram starts in the Middle Ages, right? So, Grihasth Ashram is when you become a householder. When you are a householder, when you have a wife, when you have children, when you have to earn for them, when you have to look after them, that is your Grihasth Ashram. Now, once you have lived your Grihasth Ashram, you have achieved a certain degree of stability. Then comes the next phase, which is in the Middle Ages, which is you leave your home and you move to the forest to live as a hermit, which is Vanaspratha. Why are we doing this? Why are we leaving our home and living in the forest? Okay, so it's very important to understand that when a person is a householder, he or she is attached to so many things, right? He is attached to his familial relations, his wife, his children, maybe the granddaughters and the grandsons. They are attached to so many things. And in that case, when a person has to die or when they have to leave their body, they will not be able to do so. They will be scared. They will not be willing to leave their body, right? So death in that case can be really, really painful. You don't want that. Painful not physically, but spiritually and for your soul. So what do you want? You want to form a detachment first from all the worldly pleasures, and as a result, you're going to live as a hermit. Once you have lived as a hermit, you have formed detachment from all the worldly pleasures. You move on to the next stage, which is sannyas. Okay, so you have left the hermitage. You are now working as a homeless wanderer, all right, moving from one place to another. And finally, when all your earthly ties are broken, you can leave this body, right? And it would not be painful because there is nothing tying you back. There's nothing pulling you back. There's nothing saying that, oh, I wanted to see this. Oh, this is my unfulfilled wishes. No, because there aren't any, because you have detached yourself from all of that, right? So these are the 4 stages of a person's life. Now, oops, this is something we've done. All right. Now let's talk about the one system. Now this was an individual's division. This was the division of an individual's life, right? A similar kind of division can be found in the society as well. So the division that we are studying here, we are studying it at 2 levels. The first one is at an individual level that we have already focused on. The second one that we are focusing on is at what? It is at a societal level, all right? So let us see how do we have it here. So you know what happened in the Rig Veda, we only have the division of the society into 3 classes, you can say, that is Brahma, Kshatriya and Vaishya, right? So the first 2 represented professions. So the Brahma was a poet priest, then we have the warrior chief, and the third was comprising of common people. It is only in the later Vedic age that you will find the mention of a 4th one system, which is that of the Shudras, right? It is only in the later Vedic ages that we have the Purushukta hymn, which says that Brahman came from the mouth of the Brahma, right? Kshatriyas came from the arms of the Brahma, Vaishyas came from the thighs, and Shudras came from the feet. And that is why Shudras have been given the lowest position possible. So this is how the division of the society had taken place. Now this division, the Shudras definitely were not there in the early Vedic ages. But in the later Vedic ages, they have been added, and their only job is to serve the other 3 Varnas. Okay. So this, I think I've already explained to you the particular limb association with these divisions, and the order in which they are mentioned probably indicated their status in the society, all right? So what you can see here, that the status in the society that these Varnas have, they have been given a legitimization on the basis of the Purushukta hymn, right? So this is how the one system was formulated. Now you all know what each one is responsible for, right? Brahmins are responsible for being priests. They are poets as well. They study the Vedas, they read the Vedas, they teach the Vedas. they perform sacrifices, right? Kshatriyas are supposed to be warriors, kings. They can also read the Vedas. Similarly, Vaishyas are supposed to be pastoralists, agriculturalists, or traders. They can also read the Vedas. And then we have the lowest of the lowest, which is the Shudras, and their one and only job is to perform work, is to serve the other three Varnas, which was added much later. So in this video, we have seen the division on the basis of an individual's life, and then we have seen the division on the basis of society. So we have seen the one system, which is representing the society, and we have seen the ashram system, which is representing an individual's life. So I really hope that you have understood this concept. If there is any difficulty, if you still have any issues, please feel free to address them in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to help you out with it. So please do let me know if whatever you liked about the video, what more do you want from this video, and I really hope that the concept was absolutely clear. So till then, this is me, Nicky Sinha, signing off. I will see you all in the next lecture. Please take care. Thank you.